how would you fix Twitter? How would you fix social media for your own, like, you're an optimist, you're a positive person. There's a bit of a cynicism that you have currently about this particular little slice of humanity. I tend to think Twitter could be beautiful.
I'm not that cynical about it. Okay. I'm not that cynical about it. I actually refuse to be a cynic on principle.
Yes.
I was just briefly expressing some personal pathos.
Personal stuff.
It was just it was just some personal pathos, but like
just to vent a little bit, just to.
I don't have cancer. I love my family. I have a good life. That is my biggest, one of my biggest problems.
Then it's a good life.
Yeah. I that was a brief, although I do think there are a lot of issues with Twitter just in terms of like the public mental health, but due to my proximity to the current dramas, I honestly feel that I should not have opinions about this, because I think if Elon ends up getting Twitter, that is being the arbiter of truth or public discussion. That is a responsibility. I am not qualified to be responsible for that, and I do not want to say something that might like dismantle democracy. And so I just I actually think I should not have opinions about this, because I truly am not. I don't want to have the wrong opinion about this, and I think I'm too close to the actual situation.
Yeah.
Wherein I should not have. I have thoughts in my brain, but I think I am scared by my proximity to this situation.
Isn't that crazy that a few words that you could say could change world affairs and hurt people? I mean, that's the nature of celebrity at a certain point. That you have to a little bit, not so much that it destroys you or puts too much constraints, but you have to a little bit think about the impact of your words. I mean, we as humans, you talk to somebody at a bar, you have to think about the impact of your words. Like, you can say positive things, you can think negative things, you can affect the direction of one life. But on social media, your words can affect the direction of many lives. It's crazy. It's a crazy world to live in. It's worthwhile to consider that responsibility, take it seriously. Sometimes, just like you did, choose kind of silence, choose sort of respectful.
Like, I do have a lot of thoughts on the matter. I'm just, I don't. If my thoughts are wrong, this is one situation where the stakes are high.
You mentioned a while back that you were in a cult that's centered around bureaucracy, so you can't really do anything because it involves a lot of paperwork. And I really love a cult that's just like Kafka-esque, just like...
I mean, it was like a joke, but...
I know, but I love this idea.
The Holy Rain Empire. Yeah, it was just like a Kafka-esque pro-bureaucracy
But
cult.
I feel like that's what human civilization is that, because when you said that, I was like, oh, that is kind of what humanity is this bureaucracy cult.
I do, I have this theory. I really think that bureaucracy is starting to kill us, and I think like we need to reorient laws and stuff. Like, I think we just need sunset clauses on everything. Like, I think the rate of change in culture is happening so fast, and the rate of change in technology and everything is happening so fast. It's like, when you see these hearings about like social media and Cambridge Analytica and everyone talking, it's like, even from that point, so much technological change has happened from like those hearings. And it's just like, we're trying to make all these laws now about AI and stuff. I feel like we should be updating things like every 5 years. And like, one of the big issues in our society right now is we're just getting bogged down by laws, and it's making it very hard to change things and develop things. Like in Austin, like, I don't want to speak on this too much, but like, one of my friends is working on a housing bill in Austin to try to like prevent like a San Francisco situation from happening here, because obviously we're getting a little mini San Francisco here. Like, housing prices are skyrocketing. It's causing massive gentrification. This is really bad for anyone who's not super rich. Like there's so much bureaucracy. Part of the reason this is happening is because you need all these permits to build. It takes like years to get permits to like build anything. It's so hard to build. And so there's very limited housing, and there's a massive influx of people. And it's just like, this is a microcosm of like problems that are happening all over the world, where it's just like, we're dealing with laws that are like 10, 20, 30, 40, 100, 200 years old, and they are no longer relevant, and it's just slowing everything down and causing massive social pain.
Yeah, but it's like it's also makes me sad when I see politicians talk about technology and when they don't really get it. And but most
Yeah.
importantly, they lack curiosity and like that like inspired excitement
Yeah.
about like how stuff works and all that stuff. They're just like they have a very cynical view of technology. It's like tech companies are just trying to do evil in the world from their perspective, and they have no curiosity about like how recommender systems work or how AI systems work, natural language processing, how robotics works, how computer vision works. They always take the most cynical possible interpretation of what technology will be used. And we should definitely be concerned about that. But if you're constantly worried about that and you're regulating based on that, you're just going to slow down all the innovation.
I do think a huge priority right now is undoing the bad energy surrounding the emergence of Silicon Valley. Like I think that like a lot of things were very irresponsible during that time, and you know, like even just this current whole thing with Twitter and everything. It's like there's been a lot of negative outcomes from the sort of technocracy boom, but one of the things that's happening is that like it's alienating people from wanting to care about technology, and I actually think technology is probably probably the best. I think we can fix a lot of our problems more easily with technology than with, fighting the powers that be. As a, not to go back to the Star Wars quote or the Buckminster Fuller quote.